currently the first Black-owned KWBREN franchise.
Let's go!
There's a lot of people in the room that we've connected with on Instagram, Facebook, whatever it is. We come from a place of contribution, just trying to help our community.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm Nikki Cloud with I'm Nikki Cloud, known as the Key to Your Dream Home. I've been a top producing agent in my market center, predominantly white, since 2011. I invest in commercial and residential real estate, and I also have a foundation that's called Clouds of Love that we serve underserved children and homeless individuals.
Very good.
Blake Foreman. I have a sales team as well as a virtual assistant, first Black-owned virtual assistant that sources talent from the Caribbean, so you have the opportunity to have an English-speaking, similar time zone, non-falling asleep on you, I'm also an investor in market centers, and I do invest in real estate, and I'm now my latest business venture, private money lender.
Let's go.
Bring greetings from the Allen Chapel AME Church of Service. My name is Harrison Beecher, one-third managing partner, Coalition Properties Group based in Washington, D.C. Since 2019, 1,700 families, $650 million in production, and over $1 million facilitated in charitable giving.
I'm Ryan Butler. I focus on operations, recruiting, and agent growth.
The architect.
Yeah, all three same thing.
Cool, Keith. Let's go, sir.
What's up, everybody? My name is Keith James, one brother of Coalition Properties. I focus on basically driving revenue out there, meeting people, doing sales, and I focus about 85% on buyers, about 15% on listings. But I'm trying to grow that, so that's something I'm working on this year. I also invest in real estate. I think I have, portfolio-wise, over 165 doors now, so just continue to grow that portfolio and also build connections with my brothers.
And he is one-third host of the All Blends Perfectly podcast. So everyone on all platforms, please check it out. All Blends Perfectly, best podcast.
Who would be the other two? All right, you guys, I hope you guys have been taking the time to think of your questions. I'm going to grab a couple of you in a second. Let's frame it up real quick. I need you guys to think of, as my panelists, your superpower. What do you do well that would distinguish you between your competition, between us in the room, and helping us to get what you have into us? Let's start with you, Mr. Keith.
I would say superpower is having the ability to attract great energy and great people into my network and also create great events. I think I do that at a high level. I've been able to train my clients to go out and get new business. Sometimes our clients don't even know how to refer us business, right? So basically, we have clients out there, they'll say, okay, Keith, I sent someone your information. I go back to them and I say, hey, don't send them my information. Group text us, and I'll take it from there. We don't know how many opportunities we miss out on just because we think our clients know how to refer us, right? We're in the business of creating great events. For every deal you're closing, you should be getting 3 referrals from that deal. Don't you guys think you deserve those referrals? Don't you work hard for your clients? Right? But if you're not asking for the referrals, how are you gonna get them? If you're not training your clients how to refer you, how are you gonna get them? Sometimes we think our clients, like when they come to us to buy a home, right? They don't know what they don't know. And it's our responsibility, a fiduciary responsibility, to teach them, right? Everybody, I challenge you, get your lists together, get your VIP people together, love on them. A lot of money right now is in your database, right now. Go back, create those lists, and touch your people and create community and create great energy. Because a lot of those people, they haven't been loved on for the last 2 years, and they need to be loved on. So don't forget about your VIP people and your regular fans, because that's what you're in the business. You're doing is creating regular fans.
Mr. Ryan.
Whew, that's tough to follow, isn't it? Long-winded Keith. Hey man, so I guess one would say my superpower, they probably lean into this a little bit, is that I'm not afraid of really big, hairy problems. And sometimes growing a team, trying to increase revenue, increase transactions, it can be a little bit more difficult. And I say the other thing is that I spend a lot of energy around numbers. So as much as we spend as agents in in real estate and numbers, we're really not that good at it. And we gotta figure that out, okay? So it's funny because I was talking to our top agents who are here today, and part of the conversation was we spent a lot of time building skill sets around relationship building. I bet every one of you guys in here know how to go out and build a relationship, right? But one of the things we're missing that can be elevated is the business acumen. The business acumen. There's two parts to this, and the reason I'm telling you this is because we're in a market, we're in an economy where I need y'all to go get listings. All right? And the way that you go get listings is someone is going to trust you with the most expensive asset they probably have. And as much as a friend you are to them, if you're not bringing the business skills to them, they will not use you. They will come to me. And I will take the business, and I'll say thank you, okay? Because I just taught you a lesson about why you need to increase your skills in business. So that's kind of, you hear how I talk, that's what they know me for.
All right, I'll be quick with it. Building community. We turn houses into homes because of the community that people build around it. How intentional are you with once somebody moves in a home, making sure they're not just connected to the neighbors, but the lifestyle of that community is something you plug them into. My other superpower is sprinkling seasoning on very unseasoned and very white things in the real estate industry. And what I mean by that is giving permission to show up as yourself, with your own flavor, with your own culture, with everything that makes being black beautiful, amazing, and awesome, to all these spaces where there are very few people of color. Those are things I've tried to do and want to continue to do at a high level, because all the conversations about DEI, everything Julia's doing, everything that KW is talking about doesn't mean anything if there aren't more of us in those rooms of leadership and even conversation.
I believe my superpower is servant leadership. I have found a way to succeed through others. Coaching has always been my passion. My background is in education, and just finding a way to connect with someone and help them achieve things that they didn't believe was possible for themselves. And although I speak on very many panels, I am not the spotlight person in the sense. I speak because I feel like there's a sense of obligation to give back for people that have mentored me when I was in the business, young in the business and growing up. But I get like greater joy to see some of my agents or to see our virtual employees getting promoted to lead in-person people in their organization. Like, that's what gets me up in the morning to have the impact, because across the companies that I run, it's close to 150 individuals, and when I wake up every day, they get to lead a life, and I want to coach them to live a big life, their life I design, and I believe that's my superpower, succeeding through others.
I believe my superpower is just getting it done through strategy, especially in my community. As I said, predominantly white market center, white area. I usually top 1 to 3% out of 30,000 agents, and it's because I believe in getting it done by any means necessary, legally. For people who never thought that they could achieve things like investing and becoming homeowners. And it's in community. My heart has always been really grounded in charity. So yeah, we get it done, and no matter what side I'm on, I was just telling somebody, no matter what side I'm on, if I'm on the seller's side,
It's a seller's market.
it's a seller's market. If I'm on the buyer's side, it's a buyer's market. But through strategy and through the know-how and skill and all that, I'm gonna get it done.
I think my superpower lies in execution. There's so many people in our industries in general that get ready to get ready, right? You want to just dip your toe in and see kind of what's going on. And I'm like with a cannonball, and I'll figure it out along the way. I don't believe in failure. I don't believe in losses. I believe that I'm going to jump into something, I'm going to figure some things out, and I'm going to end up winning at the end of the day. a long game and just having that confidence in my belief system that I can execute.
Very good, you guys. We have 21 minutes. We're going to get as many questions as we can possible. Let's meet Nevada in the middle. That way we can have a line going and we can go ahead and push this through as quickly as possible. Please direct your questions to the person who you want to speak to and answer the question and be concise as possible. All right, we're ready when you are, Mr. David.
How's it going? I feel like I'm on the show. Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Alex JD with Best Property Group Boston. So I'm gonna make it quick. So a couple years ago, I happened to become the in-house partner to Massachusetts' largest first-time homebuyer program called Massachusetts Affordable Housing Alliance. They serve thousands, and so we run first-time homebuyer classes every month, and we capture nearly 300 first-time homebuyers. Now, MAHA's mission is targeted towards the wealth income gap between minorities, moderate and middle income, Black and brown buyers. With that, though, comes not only the business being hard, but the breaking through the mindset of the clients that we serve, because they've been beat up the last couple of years. How do you balance, I guess I would say, how do you balance not only the business side being hard, but serving our community at such a large scale and practically being the therapist, as well as the consultant, as well as the agent, as well as the financial advisor, without going through burnout? And as you can see, I used to have hair. But, so, how do you balance that? And I appreciate your answer.
I think you have to be super honest and transparent first and foremost. Our clients have to be there, right? And you got to meet them where they are at the end of the day. That's our fiduciary responsibility. We wear many hats. I mean, when you get in this business, if you get in this business for a commission check, you're in the wrong business. You know? And I really believe, I heard Henrik say the other day, relationships will take you places money can't. Like, that's so real. But when you're transparent with your client and super vulnerable and meet them where they are, you're gonna be the champion for them, right? You're gonna be the champion for them. But not only you're gonna be the champion for them, they're gonna be the champion for you, because you were the person that went to them and you were super honest and transparent with them, and you broke down that barrier and you opened it and created that space for communication. A lot of times in our culture, we don't want to be vulnerable, right? We do not like to do that. But I'm vulnerable with my clients all the time. I tell them, hey, when I graduated college, I had a 580 credit score and $75,000 in student loan. What do you think? When I graduated college, I had a 580 credit score and $75,000 in student loans. What do you think happens when I open that conversation up with my client like that? Super vulnerable. Guess what they do? They become vulnerable, right? And it's a different conversation. And that's how you become the go-to person and the solution specialist. And that's when you become the person that everybody raves about. Just being transparent and meeting them where they are.
I don't believe that we're in an industry where we're convincing people to do something that they don't want to do. So I think that the teacher appears when the student is ready. So I think that you shoot your shot, you educate, you do what you got to do, and if they don't get it, it may not be ready for them yet. So now it's on to the next one and keep doing the same thing over and over again. And the ones that get it will get it. We often try and think that we're salespeople. Like, we're customer service people. That's right. We're not selling anybody, hard closing anybody on anything. We got to just educate them and continue to bring value.
I was gonna say that, I find the who for that, which is my business partner who's not here. We call him the team therapist, but it feeds back on what you were saying is our clients connect with him at such a deep level. He doesn't go on like 30, 45-minute list of appointments. I have to literally put a tracker in his phone. Sometimes he's at a list of appointment for 3 hours. I'm like, what the hell? But the point is, it's super vulnerable and connecting, and sometimes you think there's a model for that, and I just wanted to share. If you've never read the books, Never Split the Difference, and learn mirroring and labeling, we practice that on our team every single day. And that is something that you can draw someone really close to you really quickly and gain that rapport. So I just wanted to throw a model out there so that you guys can connect.
If I may, I'll give you 2 quick words on it. Possibility and process. Possibility and process. people coming to you don't even understand the possibility of what they can do. It's your job, and through these programs, to give them clarity on what it is. And by showing them the process, it demystifies and takes away something that they thought they could never achieve into manageable steps for the future. So possibility and possibility.
Appreciate it.
And I know there's been a lot of words said, but I want to say, make sure you protect yourself. Yeah. Protect your peace. Keith said, sometimes you got to meet people where they are. And to Daniel's point, I'll sum it up. Sometimes you got to lead people where you met them too.
Second question.
That's good. That's good. I'm Mercedes. I'm a veteran. I'm in Denver, Colorado. I'm going to be one of Daniel's newest agents. I'm primarily serving the veteran community. Originally, I'm from Broward County, Florida. My one question, this is my first family reunion. I've been blessed to ask Gary Keller this today, Mark King, Mark Willis, Abrams, and Papa Son, all this question, and it's been lining up, so I wanted to ask y'all, what is your biggest why in this industry? What wakes you up? What keeps you going when the days are dark? And when you gotta burn that midnight oil and do what you gotta do? What is your biggest why?
Mine's easy, it's freedom. That's my power word. It's the thing that goes off when my alarm goes off, and it's the ability to do what I want, when I want, and who I want, and regardless of how much it costs.
Ditto. I just want to move how I want to move, and I want to be limited. I grew up with nothing. I want to be there again. Being broke doesn't scare me. So it's just I want to be able to live an abundant life, and that it's easy when it's that clear for me.
Absolutely, mine is freedom as well, but also family and community. I love giving and being able to take care of my family members and being able to give to the community and help others. But freedom, that's a big one for me because when I got into that's what my goal was to be free. I thought I loved to have a bit of a travel bug. And I thought that just because I can get on a plane, I can work from wherever, that meant that I was free. But no, true freedom is creating passive income so that you can, so that you don't have to do anything that you don't want to have to do. And your responsibilities are being covered by your passive income. So I'm very passionate about wealth building. So yeah, my big why, I guess, is the wealth building piece so I can fund the life that I want, life by design.
Just go to our mission, be the bridge to our community for all things real estate, lifestyle, wealth building. You focus on being that bridge, that connector, that conduit. So many great things not just happen to the people you help, but to you because of the effort and thought you put into connecting them and being the bridge.
My personal mission statement is to be the most impactful person I can be while I'm still here on the earth. The two most impactful things that you can do is to inspire people and to create opportunities.
My passion in life is to be the bridge to help people get to where they want to go, right? Mission statement. When you do that, it comes full circle. It comes back to you. You never know who you're impacting. And when you do that, your life is being impacted as well. And if you're wise about you, it's not big enough. That's right.
All right, you guys, we have 13 minutes. Let's keep on track.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Natisha, and I'm from New Jersey. And I'm excited to be here with all these beautiful people, and thank you for being on the stage. So I want to take you back on your journey when you first became an agent, because I just received my license on Friday. And I'm thankful for my husband for saying, let's go and let's do it. So that's what brought me here this weekend. But I want to ask you, thinking back of when you first started, what is the one thing you wish someone told you when you began your journey? What is the one thing you wish someone told you when you began your journey?
Take bold. I've taken bold 23 times, and I have 100% accredited for the mindset that I have today. I would take bold, and I'd take it again and again and again, and I would work on my mindset daily. Like, I think Tony Robbins says it right, 80% is mindset, the other 20% is strategy. Work on your mindset, and Bold will help you do that in a way that also gives you some strategy for real estate. to speak, I just.
What was the question?
What is the one thing you wish someone told you when you first began your journey?
Find your community. I just found all these beautiful brown faces actually. KWBREN 2011, I had no clue about BRE. Yeah, that's the find your community. Also, I would tend to say branding is huge for me. When I first got in, like, I had to set myself apart from all the other smiling agents with their arms crossed on their cards and stuff. So I point myself as the key. So I'm known as the key to your dream home. In 2012, I came up with this at the time. I thought it was innovative because nobody else was doing it. The big key sign. If I had to start selling those signs in 2012, I would sell y'all. But that's huge. I think that's what you really need to find out is what your brand is, so that you can set yourself apart from other agents.
I think for me, it would be bring your spouse, bring my wife on the journey with me. I was spending a lot of time grinding, trying to create this thing, build this empire, and I was being a bad husband and a bad dad. And I was working my ass off, so I thought I was doing enough, but I wasn't focusing on what matters most. If I would have included her early and how to be a part of those long nights and understand and communicate the vision better, and it would have created more opportunity in our marriage.
So I'll tell you one thing I think I did well, and I'll tell you something I wish I had been able to do. The thing I did well is when I first got licensed, I went and had lunch with all of the top agents that I could in every market center that I could. Literally, I probably traveled across the country just meeting the top agents, trying to understand their mindset and how they conduct their business on a day-to-day basis on each type of lead generation process. So that's what I did that really helped me build my own identity in real estate. And then the thing I didn't do, which I kind of tried to do, is I would have joined a team because that would have accelerated the learning a lot more. Because even if you stay on the team for 6 months or something, what you're gonna get out of that is gonna be more than you probably bring to them, quite frankly. So I would have, and honestly, if I'm being transparent, I tried to join Harrison's team, and Harrison never let me join his team. He fired me as a client. I was his client. He fired me as an agent. Basically, I tried to join his team. This dude, as a showing specialist, I tried everything to get on Harrison's team. He kept saying no. Eventually, I convinced him to be my partner, though. So. He said because I came with Keith.
Real fast, great question. The fact that you're here and investing in yourself, making an investment in what you don't know what the return is. Shout out to you. To be good at this business, you need reps. What do I mean by reps? You need to get in front of people, your buyer consultation, your seller consultation. Do anything in pursuit of those reps. I was afraid of being that guy, being that pushy club promoter that was in everybody's inbox, calling them, texting them, want to sell a house, want to buy a house, want to sell a house, want to buy a house. So I didn't do that. I let it come to me. I had a very passive posture initially. The more active your posture is earlier, the more reps you get, the better you will be. The sooner you get into production, the sooner you can level up and have you go.
Take listings.
I would say, Ryan knows this, don't let other people tell you what the norm is. You create that norm, right? When I first got into real estate, people was like, yeah, your first year you're gonna sell 6 homes, right? I had somebody tell me my second year in real estate, you won't do as good as you did your first year. I sold 20 mil my first full year in real estate, right? And that was because I didn't believe what anybody told me what the norm was. I wanted to create that norm, create that standard for myself, because nobody's gonna believe in you like you believe in yourself, right? And you bet on yourself. So that was one thing that I think that I didn't let anybody tell me, okay, this is the norm. I wanted to create that norm.
Thank you guys.
So you know we have that line at Six Flags or wherever your theme park is where the person who has a disability gets to move to the front. We're gonna let Mr. Willie skip the line real quick with his broken foot and ask a question.
Willie Nelson III, Atlanta, Georgia.
All right.
Yes. So this is my third family reunion. Thank you all. I've gotten to have a conversation with you all, and even in hearing that, piggybacking off of mindset. What strategies or approaches do you all have to overcoming obstacles that have made you successful? And how do you use that to empower empower us who are looking at you all and looking up to you all to help us on our journey.
So I am a member of the illustrious Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated.
Oh, right! Oh, 6!
And with that, there's a little and I always use that as an internal monitor to check myself. And there's a part of the poem that says, trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowances for their doubting too. So that's to give yourself grace and believe in yourself, but also to give other people grace, even when they don't believe in you. So you don't hold that against them, because you still need them in your life.
I do something called an energy audit. I take stock of what brings joy and like happiness and really pumps me up and what sucks my energy. And it doesn't mean that I don't do the things that suck my energy, because sometimes even people that are family members suck your energy and you don't get to choose who they are, but you can limit the time, but then you know the things that bring you energy. And for me, some of the things, traveling is one of them, and I do a lot of that. And the reading books, Sundays I dedicate, and you'll create a system and a model for yourself. You'll notice a lot of things that I say, and maybe that's probably my bigger superpower, is creating a model for anything that's important to me. So Sundays is my mindset day, and I make sure that I'm spending time reading different books. I actually have to pick out, because I do motivational Mondays for my team on Monday, so it forces me on Sunday to spend hours and hours to pick out the thing that I want to share on Monday. And then the other thing is, find the thing that brings you in. For me, I love to party. I'm West Indian, and I will, just party because it's fun. So just find the thing, and when I feel like I'm getting in a funk, I'm going to the group chats and I'm like, where we're partying tonight?
I remember my why. It's not easy being whatever. I don't like the word successful sometimes, because that's another conversation. But anyways, whenever you're working hard at a goal and all that kind of stuff, it's not easy achieving those goals. So I remember my why, and then I also remind myself that you can't complain about the life that you asked for. This is part of accumulating these things and achieving the things that you asked for. Oh, and outlets. I find outlets. I'm very big on people get mad at me about my communication. Do not disturb is wonderful. After a certain time, it's on both of my phones, because we need that mental time to check out and have something for you, because we give so much. And if you're giving, and like you're depleting yourself, what more do you have for anybody else? So yeah, I think
it's two things. The first thing, I'm gonna be real with you guys, just stop being soft. I mean, honestly, look at yourself in the mirror. Don't be soft, just do the work. It's just not that it's not that hard, it's a simple concept. But when you wanna quit, go look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself you're gonna quit. It's easy to stay in your head, but again, when you put your face to a mirror and you look at yourself, you tell yourself that you're not good enough, or you have those self-doubts or whatever it is, you start building that confidence. And I think you gotta understand where your foundation lies. When the world's caving in on me, I know I gotta get back to the gym, I gotta work out, I gotta get in the sauna, I gotta meditate. Where's your happy place? Where's your balance at? And when things start getting weird, get back to the balance.
We have about 5 minutes left. Please direct your question to somebody specifically, and we'll keep this thing moving.
So, I don't know who I'm directed to, but Alvin Bryant, New Jersey, commercial agent for 24 years. This room is beautiful. I just came to color in December. And commercial is really dedicated. I have been the only black person in those rooms for most of my career. So this is a room to find. Thank you. I hate to be a Danny Downer, but I don't have an esoteric question. Like half the room, done the fix and flips, we own rentals and so on and so forth. Just finished the class, HDI with LISP, Housing Development Training. Have any of you built ground up yet? And if so, what were some of those challenges of being a black developer, going after your capital stack, developing your performers? Can anybody touch on that very specific?
Mr. Ryan, do you mind touching on this one?
Well, I haven't done any ground up development, but I've done some things associated with it. So since 2021, we've acquired, a combination of properties together, two really large relatively large properties, 100 units and 68 units. In addition to that, you have some other ones, 20 units here, 20 units there. Shout out to my listing agent, Joffrey, over there. He's selling my 15 unit coming up, so if you want to buy a 15 unit, you can talk to him. Keep the money in the family, right? So as far as the capital stack, it was, it's understanding the banking system is one of the concepts that we as Black and brown people really don't understand. Because every bank has its own thing. You kind of say like, oh, it's just banks, and you put this bank word out there, but man, they got their own thing. This bank might not like you. I just had a friend, the bank called his loan. He got plenty of money with them, plenty of loans with them, and they actually called the loan and said, you need to pay this in 60 days, which is crazy. But so as far as that, it's like, we spent a lot of time trying to keep the money in your family and raising money from people who have a little bit of extra capital. So we bought a property for $7 million. We had to raise $2.5 million, and that just came from going to our grandmas and aunties, because they got a lot more money than you think they do. You got a little something under that pillow and that mattress under there. So I mean, I can talk more about that with you offline, but just give you a little bit of perspective of where we kind of came from with that. We were able to complete those projects, but ground up is different. We did do a lot of value add.
Hey y'all, I'm Destiny from Dallas. I just have a very quick question, and this question is for anybody, I understand. But kind of talk a little bit about what you're doing in your morning time, or what you're doing in the quiet times to really master your mindset.
Yeah, I'm up at 5:30 a.m. Every morning. That's my me time. That's my time. My phone starts to blow up at 8:59 a.m. Every morning it blows up, and sometimes even before that. I really believe in protecting your peace, and if you can get that time, get that rhythm in, get that consistency in every day, because a lot of times everything around you can be inconsistent, but if you're consistent with yourself every morning, you get up, the first thing you do, you pray, right? You pray. You know, we complain a lot about being busy, but Good Meat Mill said we used to pray for times like this. Like, this is real. And we did. We forget about that sometimes, right? So I try not to complain because I'm super productive, I'm super busy, but that me time in the morning, making sure I'm consistent and getting to the basic and praying and asking God to continue to bless me is super important.
So we're gonna try to wrap this up real quick. I'm long-winded, man. So we're gonna ask questions. We're gonna ask for just like a one-liner answer. So we can get these people finished. So we're not gonna testify. We're just gonna ask the question. All right.
All right. My name is Ashley. I'm from Los Angeles, and my question is: when you're looking at investment properties for whoever has invested, what is your key criteria that you look for?
One person, one liner.
Cash flow. Cash rules everything around me. That's my line.
My name is Rayhan from Upper Marble. My question to you guys is, what is something that you wish you did that I should do? Oh. You see where I got that from? Yep. Listing.
More education. Educate yourself as much as you can on whatever your specialty is. Educate yourself. Educate.
Okay.
And take more listings.
How you guys doing? My name is Femi. I'm from New York. I've been real estate agent for 21 years. My son is now working with me. He's an agent. He's 21 years old. I've been a solo agent for 21 years, pretty much. Quick question: what would you guys advise on scaling business? First, I guess, advice that you would suggest I do.
Document everything and build systems and models that are repeatable without you actually being the one doing it. We do a lot of things that stay in our head, so get it down, get it on paper, get something that someone else can then go teach. That's how you can scale.
Get a virtual employee from Biden.
We'll talk offline. I got coffee.
Last question, ladies and gentlemen. Last question.
This maybe is similar to the last gentleman. My question, I think it's very black-oriented question. If you've done well as a solo agent, right, and now you want to move to a team format. How do you break that spell? Because it's like you're doing 35 million individually, you got a bunch of people, you make less money. How do you guys break through that spell? I was in mastermind with Maps and they were talking about there's a rot that agent stays in when you're trying to get over to that next level. How do you guys break through that? If you can just share.
I can be quick with it. You need to get somebody else that has done what you were trying to do to help you directly. It was Maps coaching for me to help me get past being a productive individual to being a better boss and leader. The skill set that it takes to run a team is very different from the skill set it takes to be a rainmaker. So you got to admit that to yourself, seek out folks that are doing it, leading with revenue, knowing that you can consistently afford to pay for them, and support the people that are going to come into your organization as well.
All right, that wraps us up for this evening. Let's give ourselves